Hi everyone, GrayPower 60 here. So since I can't sleep, I did some more of these wood things with different colors just to see how they would turn out. Kind of another fun thing I was doing, but actually what I was doing now is finding some napkins and separating them so that I can collage them onto tags and stuff. Pages. I'm keeping the white part. Some of them have a really neat design in them. And the Christmas one, and I'm keeping that. And then I've got this one. And this one still has a very faint, you might not be able to see it, the orange in it. And then I've got my Happy Spring that I used for my #artisan. So I picked up these other ones that I have. I don't have a good variety. I would love to get one with birds on it. I'm having my morning cup of tea. I got about 4 hours sleep. Enjoying my morning cup of tea. This is my third one. Well, actually it's the same cup. It's just that it gets cold and I keep adding hot water to it. And I only drink orange pico tea. I don't drink herbal teas. I don't really like them. So let me get rid of my cigarettes. Sorry about those who are sensitive to that. All right, so I'm going to separate these last ones using a tip I got from Carrie the Crafter, who got it from Gail Gustinelli. I mean, I know I could wet it, but apparently if you just add a little bit of tape, it actually, save that piece for the next one, actually helps it come off. This one is one of the easier ones too, and it's huge, absolutely huge. It does have a nice border pattern. Oh, have to fold it back the way it was. There we go. This way, and up. Okay, so this is a seashell one. Yeah, I don't have very many napkins. Here's a happy birthday one I got for Mom's 93rd birthday when we had some cake. I always put the tape on the side that you want to pull off and not the good side. So let's see if we can do that. My thumbnail, I love long thumbnails because I use them as tools, but I got a split and I kept trying to use glue, nail glue, to keep it from going further, but it's split anyway. It did keep it together so it didn't hurt, but I finally had to release it from its misery, and now I have to wait. Of course, I push back my cuticles all the time to get it to grow a little faster. I don't know if you know about that little tip. At least it works for me. My nails grow pretty fast. There we go. So another great tip from Gail and Carrie. Carrie the Crafter. C-E-R-I, the Crafter. I always like to be careful taking these off so that I don't rip the underbelly. I was going to say, I don't even know if I was filming. How crazy going through all this trouble and not having... There we go. All right, we'll fold it in the same direction. And fold that in the same direction. That's kind of pretty too, isn't it? And I've got an Easter egg one. I think I've used this before, but I didn't do a very good job. This almost feels like a 3-ply. So I'll be curious to see if in fact it is a 3-ply. Okay, I'm having trouble pulling this one apart. It's not working on this one. Oh, there we go. I just had to get it in the corner. It's funny, it feels like a 3-ply instead of a 2-ply. There we go. And original folds. And it's got all nice crinkles in it. I like that. I wonder if it does have another ply. Let's have a look. Let's see. It won't hurt to check it out. Oh, I think it does have another ply. Aha, this is a 3-ply. I'm gonna take that piece off. Yes, and it's gonna have to be a very delicate pull, because when they're 3-ply, I find sometimes they are a little more prone to be ripped. Oopsie, here's a nice rip there. Let's see if I can do this ever so gently. Wow. So this is a 3-ply. I guess you can tell by the thickness of the napkin. Bit of a cough this morning. My fault. I had the window open and my fan going all night. All right. Now this, I'm not sure. I think it might just be a 2-ply. Do I have any stickiness left on here? Oh, yeah. That trick seems to work really well for the 2-ply. Now I gotta get that little piece off. Ooh, and I don't know if you can see here, but look at the ghost image. Can you see that? I wonder if it's on both. Nope, this side. I don't know if you can you see that ghost image on there? That's cool. And then this one. So these are the only napkins that I have in my hoard of napkins. I used to love them, but I use them. I love napkins, but I use them all. And now I have a little bit of a stash, kind of unusual shapes. Should go to the dollar store and pick up some more. And we got Christmas. Thought I had another Christmas one somewhere. And then this one I picked up at my daughter's. Just says enjoy on there. Birthday. Ooh, I wonder if this one is a 3-ply. Because it was quite thick. No, I don't think so. Yeah. So let's see what kind of fun we can have with those. Get rid of my scoreboard. Have another sip of tea before it gets cold. Now what I found the easiest for me, because it's like tissue, and I do have more tissue somewhere. Oh, I wanted to show you these. I was going through some sewing stuff. I was actually looking for something to sew a button cluster. And I found these in my mom's stash. I'm just looking to see if I have the original packaging for it under all of this mess. Oh, I have way too much stuff again. I keep pulling things out, labels, things that I was working on. More labels here. More labels. I was working on those. But, yeah, I wanted to see. Get this out. This is the tissue paper. It came quite big, and I cut them into pieces. And this is the tissue paper that I use to stamp on like this. So it's just the stuff that you buy for wrapping gifts and stuff. I also had one here that had sparkles in it. And I thought that might be fun, but not right now. Right now I'm working on this. Now this is a... I don't know what it is. Oh, French to English. It's French to English. Ooh, I like that. A French to English dictionary. I need to get my... have another cup of tea. Yeah, as I was saying, I found these in my mom's sewing basket. Now this is kind of rubbery, I guess. And what this is for is, you know, in the old days when they used to make baby clothes, they used to put this on the bottom of the full sleeper of kids. And that's what she would sew on. I don't know how she would do it. I mean, today we use so many different tools. But that's that one. And this one is just a cutout of a, is it single side? Yeah. Of a cross-stitch mat or paper or sheet. So I'm going to keep those in case I need them someday. Keep them handy. So now that we've got the French, I should do it the other way. Now that we've got the French to English words on this one, keep that, you never know. I kind of like all these lines and the numbers. These are great for sentiments. Why can't I say that right? What's wrong with me? Yes, I could be using my fancy edge cutters or whatever they're called, rulers. Yes, I could use those, but I'm not going to. Yeah. What am I going to do with this? Well, usually when they're not very thick, I usually put two together, glue them together. But let's find something that I could use. I don't know. I don't know about this one because it has no pattern, but you can still see through, and then you could add to it. So if you need anything that's green and orange, that might be cool. If you want to use a sea or a beach theme, again, you can see through it. You could add to it. These are rather boring, aren't they? If you were doing a Halloween theme, yeah, I can't quite see through this one, but you don't have to use the whole page. You could just use, you know, part of it like this and decorate. I'm just looking through the possibilities. And here's one that of the ghost one that is kind of cool, where you could just barely make out the outline of the, that was kind of cool. Now, this is definitely too much. But when the occasion arises, you could see, you could see through with all the writing. I like that too. I'm just giving you examples here. And here's the ghosted egg one. Let's see where it is the darkest. It doesn't seem to be any particular area that is dark enough. When you fold it all together, you get the nice pink hues. Now here's a birthday one, but perhaps you don't want the birthday part. Perhaps you just want a whimsical border on there, and then decorate it from there. That's kind of cool. Again, this one here, I don't know if I showed this already. Kind of going through them all. Yeah, this is another one that you can see through pretty good. I wish I had more flowers. So this is the only one that I could probably just use. Let's open her up here. That I could use the flowers or the butterfly and decorate it from there. I think if you have a collaged page, you know, all kinds of different colors and collages all over the place, whatever, and then put this on, it might be better. Maybe not with the white one, but yeah. Using different tissues, collage all the pages, and then put this on. Might be rather pretty. So that would be one I could use. And then the rest are all Christmas. Well, I've got this joy one. Rather interesting pattern. That could easily be a card. Don't have to use the whole thing. Could even turn it sideways so that you could get the whole joy in there. Maybe make a card out of that. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today, is I'm just getting things ready to start collaging, I guess I could say. Some of these pages. Now I've also got some blank. I've got some card bases here that I made out of different colors. I've got this is the crepe paper and black. That might be really, really interesting on that. Maybe get the butterfly in there and then decorate it from there. There's another one. Or I could use the darker crepe paper again, just to cut it through here and add a little something. It's kind of hard to see. And then this white one you'd be able to see quite well. Yeah, so maybe we'll do that one today, just for fun. And I've been using this. This is a 12 by 12. I've been using it as a base so I don't get that shine from my glass top thing. Now, let me grab a water pen, and just to get it going, I just dip it in my, here we go, in my spray bottle, because I don't always have water in here. Better drink some more of my tea. There. Now I have to get something else here. Now, to decide how I want to split this and use the water. I don't know if you can see, all I'm doing is just going around it with my water pen to make it easier to tear. So once it's wet, it's easier to kind of pull it away, so you get a better background. You don't get so many tears. That's why I use the parchment paper. Sometimes a little squeeze helps to get some of that water. Now do I want that flower? Not really, it's kind of in the way. And I think I'm going to eliminate. You can always do more later. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with my sleep pattern. I just can't seem to, I know what's wrong, is that I have too many things on my mind, especially when it comes to crafting. I have too many things that I want to try and do. I get sleepy around 9:30, and then I end up going, you know, the point of no return when you when you're so tired, if you don't go to sleep, you get to the point where you pass that, and then suddenly you are wide awake for the night. I'm guessing that it's part of my grieving process. I've also been having weird dreams. I dreamt of my grandmother still being, my mom's mom, still being alive. She passed away a few years ago. She was 92, but she had dementia. She had advanced dementia, and rather, in my dream, rather aggressive. And I think it's just the situation I had with Mom, as trying to get her to do things. Sometimes she would become aggressive. And I guess my subconscious is trying to tell me, hopefully, that she's no longer like that. That she's no longer aggressive, that she's happy. And yeah, I even dreamt of a cousin I haven't seen since she was a little girl, who is still alive. Okay, I got this one done. Now, I want to put it on here. I want to make sure. So So I'm going to use my glue stick. I just find it works better. If I get the top off. Okay, so it's roughly like this. So let me see. I'll probably go over. I do have a trick for, I don't know if you guys know about the trick. Probably do. Most crafters do. If something is sticky with glue, how you can eliminate that stickiness. Okay, I would like to have a stronger brush. Okay, stronger but softer, just to get the ends down. And there are spots that I have missed. Got to be careful not to tear it. That's the only problem. And I have some spots at the bottom. That's when those small little glue sticks come in handy. You can get into these little spots. And by the brush kind of helps spread it a little bit. Okay, so now I've got a few little sticky spots. Now I could just let it dry, or where did I put it? Second drawer. I made this with baby powder and I just hand stitched it around, and some of the powder's coming out, so I just put a little on my finger and just rub around where it's very faint, almost nothing on my finger, but I've got a lot of glue up here, and it just nullifies the glue on the outside. Yeah, now that I got that, what am I going to do? Well, I guess I'm going to get some flowers. Now, I do want to take out the Happy Spring. I can use that somewhere else. There we go. Pull that apart. It pulls apart really easily. You just have to gently spread it, and it comes out quite easily. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take a nap today. I've got to go to my daughter's tonight. Her husband's out of town and she's got to work, so she just needs somebody to be there for her. Don't need this until her husband gets home. He'll be coming home. He usually gets home between 11 and midnight. I could put Happy Spring on here. I could do that. I may. I may do that. I could easily put Happy Spring here and perhaps bring in some more flowers. I think I'm going to cut it off right there. I hope I've been in frame all this time, and I hope I'm recording. It would be very sad if I forgot to press record and I'm chatting away to you and you'll never know what I was talking about. Kind of taken off stuff that I didn't think was necessary. I got a rumbly in my tumbly, as Pooh would say. Time for something sweet. Alrighty, let's see how much of that I can glue on. I'm going to fill it up quite a bit. And I kind of want it to look like it's coming out of the other kind of minimize my oh, we need some up here. Great. I did it. I did it. I made a little mistake here. I'm hoping to correct. I'm hoping I can correct it. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know, you guys are so far away. You probably can't even see half the things that I'm doing here. A little bit late in the game for sharing what I'm doing. And then we've got Happy Spring. Now I could put it up here. The butterfly is in the way. Or I could just put it down here. That might be a cool idea. And then, see, there's still some stickiness there. The only thing I have to be careful of is going over some of the tissue that's already there. So I have to be careful about that. But as I said, I can eliminate the glue once I've tacked this down. I would like to have had it a little bit more translucent. I don't know if the water will do that. I'm kind of hoping it will, to allow the flowers to seep through. But like I said, I don't know. I've never tried this part before. I've never tried this part, so we shall see if the water will just dry and leave it yeah, too much water there. No, use the wrong tissue. Use the wrong tissue. well, like I said, I don't know if it's going to come out or not. And this needs to be blended a little bit better. The edges need to be blended a little bit better. I'm just being fussy. I'm just being fussy. Yeah, I don't know if once the water dries, if in fact all of these leaves and so on will come perking out. I don't know. Kind of a bare spot there, isn't it? Let's add a little bit of the darker. Sometimes it just needs a little something. Yeah. Now I have one flower left I could put up there, but I think I will leave that to dry and then work on something else. So that is how it's coming out so far. And like I say, any place where the glue is being difficult, I just put a little powder on my finger to get the glue to stop being sticky. Except for one problem here. I do need it to be sticky right near the happy. Right near the happy. There we go. That's not too bad. Now I can add some butterflies or a bird or a saying. I put all of my words away, but easily accessible. I've got lots of Tim Holtz. I've got some brown wordings and gray. I wonder if they would go. Let us see. Never give up, leave spark where you go. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. I like that one. And I will cut that in two. And I need my glue. And I think we'll hold it with this little. And let's get some glue on here. And I think I'll spread it out with my fingers. I know it's already got glue, but let's go with life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. I like some of these sayings. Some of them are kind of corny, but some of them are really cute. There we go. And there we have a nice card that we can either use on, find them underneath all of my mess, card that you could use for a greeting card. So you've got it this way. That's very pretty, isn't it? Of course, I could put a backing underneath of some kind. It's not big enough, but I'm just kind of doing a experiment, as you know I love to do. But if it was that color underneath, you could get 3 layers, or let's go one step further and maybe use black. And I think the black is probably the accent that I would like to use on the whole thing. And I'm sure I have some here. I've got a pile of everything here. There we go. Even on a black card, this would be nice. It's a little bit long, but I could easily trim that down. Yeah. And I think it probably needs to have this. I should get some water and a little bit of glue and go over it to give it a proper sheen so that some of this white will disappear. That's the next thing I should do. So give me a minute. I am so sorry. I stopped the camera. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I think I went in my other room to get some water. So what I've done is I've taken some glue and water and just gone over it to cover, but I had to be very careful because some of the tissue might lift up. And then I put on Life Doesn't Have to Be Perfect to Be Wonderful. And I thought I would add this little butterfly here. It's already got one butterfly on it. I kind of wanted to have another one. Nope. Nope, it's got to be over here. It's got to be over here. Okay, we'll just do it. Do it. Come on. I didn't put my pin in. It kind of clogged up a little bit. So here I had been chatting away to you about all kinds of stuff, and I wasn't even filming. That's typical of me. And I think you will go right here and put the pin in my glue. Please do not forget your duty. Okay, like I say, it's curling up because the paper is quite thin, so once it's glued right down, it'll be fine. Now I need some little antennae, so let's bring that out. And bring that one out. I always add a little something to the end of them. I don't know why. And there we have it. So that is my little card cover. Now that could also be a cover for a journal. Could have it on this kind of paper. could have it on this kind of paper. Or you could have it on white if I ever find it. Or on white cardstock with a little black trim around, or brown if you want to use the brown. Yeah, so that's it for me for today for this one. It will flatten out after it dries a little bit more. It will flatten out, and I'll be able to put that on to a card. So that is my using napkins to create pretty things, pretty cards. And I mean, I could also use this to do a collage, either on black, on this kind of a reddish brown. I could use that flower, add all kinds of goodies to it, or add a collage and put it on top. All right, that's it for me. I think I'm gonna go have a little bit of a nap. I know it's early in the morning, but I have things to do later on today, and I have to have a little rest. So that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a kerfuffle that I go through. I always manage to get myself into trouble when it comes to things. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.